Mark Rudd. He's a political activist and the leader of the 1968 Columbia protest. Mark, I'm so glad that you are able to join us. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. When you watch what is happening at Columbia and other universities across the U.S. right now, what goes through your mind? This must bring back a lot of memories.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. 56 years ago, we had the war in Vietnam raging for 3 years with main force troops. We became aware that our country, the United States, was attacking Vietnam and committing mass murder. Oh, that's a cute kid you got there.
Recognize that guy?
I'm not sure who that is. We were heartsick. We were just heartsick that our country was doing this, and you know, carpet bombing whole provinces, putting down poison in agricultural fields, concentration camps. Oh no, terrible. Let me see if I can shut this off. So we were heartsick, and we felt we had to take action. That's exactly the same.
Is it exactly the same, Mark? Because I hear a lot of people when these comparisons are made between protesting the Vietnam War and what's going on right now in Gaza. Some people are saying it's not the same because people in the U.S. aren't being called to go fight in a war. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not sure I understand your question. In the case of Vietnam, Vietnam did not attack the United States, right? Were you referring to American soldiers being drafted to fight?
Yes, the draft, yeah.
Okay, well, there's a tradition up to that point. My brother, for example, was drafted and in the service at that time. There's a tradition of supporting the military. That's what's unique, I think, about the anti-war movement against the Vietnam War, which is there aren't many historical examples of where a population rises up against its own country to stop a war. I can't think of any others. Can you?
So you were the leader of the Columbia University protests in 1968. We're looking at footage. What are the differences in the handling of the protest today compared to now? I mean, we had the police moving into Columbia overnight. We just heard from New York Mayor Eric Adams saying that this had to be done because the movement had been co-opted by people outside of the university. What are your thoughts when you see police coming in to Columbia and to other schools like UCLA overnight too?
Well, I think the administrations are their fundamental aim, both then and now, is to shut the students up. In our case, one difference was that we didn't hold strongly to the principle of nonviolence. We kind of went over the line with our rhetoric, calling the cops pigs and worse. We also let our anger out, and we fought the cops after they attacked us. I mean, the bust on April 30th involved 1,000 police beating up hundreds and hundreds of nonviolent protesters and injuring them terribly. These students are much smarter than we were. They are holding to the strategy of nonviolence, and they're not crossing the lines. As far as outside agitators, there's always going to be people from the outside, but listen to the students. Listen to what they're saying. Now they are saying we are nonviolent.
Mark, we're going to leave it there for today. Mark Rudd is a political activist and the leader of the 1968 Columbia protest. Mark, again, so glad that you were able to join us this morning. Thank you.